Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm so sorry about that. Good morning. Good morning. It's your boy Q. And guess what? It's MTG Live. Yes, it's MTG Live. Listen, the crew's going to be on in just a minute. But I am going to go ahead and get the show cranking up. What's going on? Who's watching with me? All right. So, real quick. I just want to go ahead and and just remind everybody of our viewer discretion, and listener advisement. Please be at least 21 to watch and listen, participate in our conversations, and of course, these conversations for your entertainment and our opinions only. And we really don't give a shit what you think. We really don't. And the content that we bring is already out there most of the time, unless it's something that is again our opinion and it's pretty much alleged. Who's out there watching with me? All right, so let's do it. Let's do it because the crew will be coming on in a second. And while I got y'all to myself real quick, let me go ahead and knock out a couple of these things real quick. So a couple of these stories. Hey sis, good morning. Good morning. You always on time. What's up? What's going on? I'm sitting up here. Let me go ahead and let me share the broadcast real quick before the crew get on. I'm hitting my bell all in different places and stuff like that. That just don't make no sense. Who else is watching? Come on in. I know you see me. Let me go ahead and make sure I share this on my page so everybody can see it. There it is. Make sure you do the same. Go ahead and share this broadcast. Share with all your friends, your families, your frenemies, and all that good stuff. Yeah, it is humid outside, sis. Be careful out there at the job. You know what I'm saying? Be careful. Mo Swag is coming in. I hope she have her shit together because I ain't got time for her shit today. She looks happy. Let's see. We got our fingers crossed that Mo got her stuff together. So here we go. Let's see everybody. Mo Swag. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. How's everyone? And you too, Q.
You sound clear. Mo, you're absolutely beautiful this morning.
Thank you
Absolutely.
very much.
You're actually glowing today. What's going on? Where's Mallory? She in class?
In gymnastics, baby.
That's why you're glowing.
That's why, look, I'm in the parking lot waiting. Wait,
that's why you're glowing is because Mallory is in gymnastics.
and good morning, Alicia. And she woke me up telling me it's time for gymnastics. I said, baby, it's 6:30. Gymnastics ain't too. Woo, 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 yeah.
That's all right, Mom, because you
It's
know
gonna be
what?
all
You
right.
love you have to say you love every bit of it. Why is this not letting me do this? I am
Because you
attempting
don't know.
to no, I'm gonna
Where's
do it.
Arbor? Arbor?
I don't know. I ain't talked to Arbor. I was supposed to talk to her this week, but I got a little thrown off. I don't know how I did. The week went by so
Not a,
fast.
not a little. But go ahead. Let's go on with the show. And Reggie, be careful on your way coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, our intellectual Reggie, he's been flying on 2 or 3 continents. Ladies, I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. You don't sleep on my boy Reggie. 4 cars with a 3 car garage. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you.
He
Chemical
rich,
engineer,
rich.
Richie Rich. Chemical
Mm,
engineer, Texas A&M. That's the only bad thing is Texas A&M University. But since his parents and other siblings and other people, aunts and uncles, all went to Prairie View and all got Prairie View all over them, then it's okay. He all right. But yeah, 3 cars, 4 cars, 3 car garage. Then
I
after my own.
I think he's gonna appreciate you pimping him out, Mo.
Yeah, well, just and bought his house overseas. I wasn't supposed to tell him that. Tell him that was that he just bought his house. He
Mm-mm,
just closed on his house. So I'm just
mm-mm.
saying. I didn't.
Now, now you're
Well,
gonna have to deal with that.
Y'all know if y'all tell me, if you tell me something, I'm gonna tell everybody. Tell everybody. Because I get so excited. I've been trying to get him married off for what, 3, 4 years now. I got that purple dress, and you know what? It's fitting now. It's fitting. It's fitting.
The dream. Wait a minute.
Without the girdle,
What?
the way it's fitting without the girdle. So I'm ready for one of y'all to get married. Shimmy, Arbor, Deuce, you, or Hendrix. Because I got the
Okay,
purple
Mo.
dress with the J. Renee match. I'm
Mm,
waiting. Y'all
you
ain't
know
getting married.
what?
Need somebody.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
So let's start the show. We don't 7 minutes of these folk time. We sorry.
I know. I think Hendrix just said, "Really, Mo?" I think that's him in the comments. So he'll be on in a minute. That's why I say I ain't got nothing to do with that. Um, Mo, let's go ahead and get started real quick. Let's start with this real quick. I want to go ahead and put this up, Mo, because I know some people been asking, did we have any information on this as well? So let's go ahead and jump right on into it. Then we're gonna get into some other topics too. Let me see. I'm gonna share my screen, Mo. Let's go ahead and talk about the student loan forgiveness real quick, Mo. Okay, so yeah, everybody know President Biden went ahead and did the student loan thing or whatever the case it is. He released his plan on this past Wednesday. Some people been asking if they are eligible or not, Mo. Okay, so let me tell you, I got a couple of things here. First of all, this is on Forbes.com/advisor student loans. This is according to Forbes, and this is the information directly from them. It says, of course, student loan forgiveness eligibility. First of all, if you are eligible for a student loan, Mo, if you earn less than $125,000 a year or $250,000 per household, borrowers who meet that criteria can get up to $10,000 in debt solutions or debt solutions. So that's one thing, Mo, which I think is okay. I don't think that that's bad at all, because if you make over 100 some thousand dollars, your loan should be paid off already. I'm just saying. I mean, maybe that's just me.
Not if you got $300,000 loans.
Oh well, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Well, here we go, Mo. Next one, it says, I'm gonna skip down. You guys go ahead and read for yourself. Again, that's just the main qualification, pretty much. Also, if you got a Pell Grant during your education, you can qualify up to $20,000 in forgiveness. All right, it says, how do I know if I got a Pell Grant? Go to the Federal Student Aid website and set up an actual log in, click on a summary, create your login, and they will get back in contact with you. And I believe that's through the U.S. Department of Education. So you can go ahead and do that or whatever the case it is. What if you only got a partial Pell or a partial grant? You still qualify up to $20,000 of forgiveness. If your loans are in default, you still are eligible for student loan forgiveness. And this is a lot, this affects of a lot of Americans, Mo. A lot of Americans actually their loans are in default. I believe it's up to now $250,000 per large per state, I believe, or something like that, up to 150,000 or something, some between 150 and 250,000 people in each state. Loans are in default. And so I think that that's pretty cool, Mo. So yeah, I'm excited about that or whatever. I guess maybe Biden did do something right. I'm just not satisfied with his presidency at this moment. Still, I don't even know who the hell could be the president at this point. But whatever. All right. So huh?
I just like to add too that there are two types of student loans. They're the federally funded backed student loans, and they're the private student loans. If the private student loans are not included in this bill, just the
Right.
federally backed. So, and then the ones who got Pell Grants, you got Pell Grants. You know why you got Pell Grants? Because your mom and daddy make under X amount of dollars. You got a Pell Grant. And if you received a Pell Grant, that's a great thing. That's a great thing because then
Mhm.
you like you said, you get $20,000. But moreover, if you have received student loans in the last 10 years, you're already in the FAFSA system. So they are going to flag you already as if you are eligible. Now, this money is not going to come back in the form of a check. They're
Mhm.
just going to move the amount of student loan. And if you have been paying your student loans right now and you're eligible to have that money reprieved or reduced, then that's even perfect because right now you're in a moratorium, so you don't have to pay the interest on there. So you're just dwindling it down. So, hey, right back at you. Great. And then the people in forbearance are always. So let's just shout out to Biden. You said, you don't know what he's done. I mean, a lot of people don't. I mean, we just want him to stay off that bike, because he has a tendency to fall when he's on that bike. Because if he falls, that means Kamala is in in um in charge.
Well, no, I mean did some things. He's did a few things. I'm not acknowledging or knocking his presidency. To me, I just think that I don't feel very democratic at this point. Let me say that. I'm just not in that mindset right now. I don't even know, hell, if it wasn't, for Greg Abbott make our Republicans look bad. I ain't lying. Greg Abbott make our Republicans look so bad. Him and DeSantis his ass. They make our Republicans
And
look bad.
and Cruz.
And can't forget him. I be want to go Republican so bad sometimes, but then it be like, what's going on? And people be like, well, why would you say something like that? Listen, everybody, for those of y'all that don't know, black people, we were Republicans first. If you don't know that, my grandmother was a Republican. And it wasn't the way that things were working at that time. They only disagreed about, well, back growing up, especially Mo's age, when they was voting with sticks. It was a halfway a democracy. They can have conversations about what worked and what didn't work. Yeah, okay, politics has always been crooked, but see, now it's just like a hard extreme left versus a hard extreme right versus a liberal, all of this versus conservative, being conservative. Why can't we just be people? Everybody that like this vote this way. Everybody that like that vote this way. Why we can't do that, mommy? That's the way it used to be. And
It's
so I'm
not.
just saying.
It's not the Republican Party. I always tell my friends, I said Jack Kemp, who was a great Republican, he was a fiscal Republican. It was all about the money with him. And if we didn't have the money, we didn't spend it. If, like
Hmm.
Ukraine, didn't have the money, we need to get Flint water crisis under control. And now Jackson, Mississippi's water crisis under control before sending money to Ukraine. That's the kind of Republican that Jack Kemp was. God rest
Hmm.
his soul, now rolling over in his grave, like so many good Republicans. And the people who are ruining the Republican Party are the rhinos, the ones who are Republicans in name only, the ones who don't fit the bill, the ones who don't believe in fiscal responsibility, the ones who don't understand family first, the ones who don't understand uh, small business are the backbones of America. These people who just love corporate America, they're just bending over. They're just rhinos, and they're ruining the Republican Party. And then they're also, these rhinos are giving an invitation to the people who want to have the Confederate flags posted on posted everywhere, and they speak hate. In Charlottesville, Virginia, there were nothing but rhinos, and the ones who talk about Black Lives Matter, against them, nothing but rhinos. Republicans in name only, and they try to make this so divisive, and it's not that,
Hmm.
because when you think of Black Lives Matter or BLM, we have been trying to tell y'all in the Black community that wasn't a Black organization. We've been trying to tell you that Hollywood has been trying to change the narrative. We've been trying to tell you that CNN and Fox News has always put out the wrong propaganda out there. They talk about the crime rates in Chicago. That's why your boy Governor Abbott is sending all the Mexicans to Chicago, DC, and New York. What he's trying to do is have an
Hmm.
infrastructure war. And we're talking about Abbott. You know Mexicans are white, right? Okay. So you just put more white people up there. I mean, that's, no Black person is going to fight against Mexicans. They don't even do that in the prison system. Let me tell you, Abbott, what happens. And you don't know, because you Governor Abbott, you just think about yourself. You can tell a lot about a politician by not what he says, but by what he does. Whenever
Hmm.
I look, and we're coming up now on an election, and you got to look at that. Whenever I look at a politician, baby, I got to look at who he married and who his people are. Just like when you're dating somebody, and we hope that happens in the next century, Q. When you're dating someone, you always go to the family reunion. You got to go to church with them. You got to look at their background. And when I look at the background of Kentucky, what's the man over there? He looks like a chicken. Kentucky.
What is that man name? Not what is that man name? Not Mitch. Is it Mitch McConnell? No, that's not.
That,
That's not. Is
no,
that him?
that's Mitch McConnell. So this is
Mitch.
what I
Yeah.
McConnell. This is why I do not like Mitch McConnell, and it has nothing to do with him being a Republican. It is everything, everything to do with who he married. Who did he marry? Well, y'all are talking about China, right? But he married a Taiwanese lady. Okay, go ahead. You wanna be a United Nations marrier or dater or procreator? I'm good with it. But when you look at her background as the former deputy chief of Department of Transportation, you got to look at who her father is. And her father has a transportation company with logistics with major boats. I mean, shipping from China, Taiwan to America. Now, your daughter is Department of Transportation head. She was before she resigned under Trump. So, do you think that
Hmm.
type of favoritism there? You think she's not getting hooked up? And Mitch McConnell, look at you. You think she married you because of your good looks and your smarts? Because, honey, you graduated from University of Kentucky. She graduated from Harvard and Yale. Baby, she didn't want you. She just wanted what you had. So I don't like
Hmm.
the way he talks about China and yet he's sleeping with somebody from China. It makes no sense. Make it make sense. It makes no sense.
Make no
And
sense.
that's why these politicians, these rhinos, are just about hate and divisiveness, and they should not be in the Republican Party. And I said they are ruining the Republican Party. But you know,
Hmm.
do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. Okay, I'm off my rant. I'm sorry. I didn't have no sweet tea today.
That's okay. Let's get through these student loan information real quick. Oh, wait a minute. That's the wrong one. I'm looking at the wrong site. All right. So, real quick. Again, if you are you eligible if you never graduated college or if you're still in school? Yes. If you never finished your degree and you're still in school, you can still qualify as long as your loans were dispersed by June 30th, 2002. Now, listen, some of you African American people and some of you Black people that stopped paying y'all student loans a long time ago, here is your chance. Now, like Mo said, you're already in a FAFSA system, so a lot of these things are going to be done automatically, and you'll receive information from the loan servicer at the time. Even if your loan was in collections, you'll still get information from the loan servicer. Okay, so but you still want to go on there. You and listen, let me tell you something. You know you got a student loan out there. You know you if you took a Pell Grant out there. You know when you signed your name on the X, you know that money was coming to you. And I'm talking about some of y'all overpayment people that be taking advantage of the system, and getting them overpayments on purpose and taking them classes just to get the bare minimum of credit so you can get that money.
12 hours so they can go to the Gucci store at North Park Mall or to the
Hmm.
Galveston or to Four Seasons Mall in Greensboro. That's what they do. Or Paramus in New Jersey. They get them overpayments and they go and spend it on stuff.
That's right. Now listen, now let me tell y'all something. Now there's a caveat because y'all already know how the government is. The process is how much of your debt will be forgiven. Now the amount of debt forgiven depends on whether or not the borrower got the Pell Grant or those who did receive up to $20,000 in debt cancellation. Other borrowers, for example, like Mo talked about the different kinds of student loans, who meet those income threshold requirements will receive $10,000 in debt cancellation. So, for example, if you had $10,000 in relief, but you have an $8,000 balance, you'll receive $8,000 in relief. Listen, they're not going to give you $10,000. Mo just told you that. They're not going to give you $10,000 and then turn around and send you to. No, for some of you people that don't think, yes, I'm talking to you. They're going to pay off your bill and set you free. That's what they're going to do, and it's going to help your credit rating. How do you apply for it? You can apply for it on the Department of Education's website. Please understand and know if you got $30,000 in debt, you only gonna get 10. Okay, yeah, means you're gonna still have another 20,000, but it does renew over in January of 2023, and then those who have more student debt can actually reapply. So that's really important. Thank you, President Biden. I sure appreciate it because I think I had about 6 grand left. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Wipe that shit right on off, and they can take that shit off my credit and raise it. And Mo is the credit expert. Listen, if you're trying to buy you an investment property, or you trying to do some things that you need to do to help yourself, Mo right here it can definitely help you over there at thecreditcorner.org. So Just do your thing.
When good people have bad credit.com.
That one. That's like, let's go. Mo, how's everything going on at your school?
Absolutely wonderful.
Everything going on all right at your school?
Love my kids. You set the expectations day one, and everything's going smoothly.
Okay, well, I'm fixing to talk to you about some other cheering out here. But we're not gonna talk about the kids in Oak Cliff yet. Okay, we're gonna talk about the cheering out here in Grapevine, Mo. Out there in the Grapevine. Now, you know I like Grapevine. Grapevine's a nice area of town. You know, it
Of course,
really, really
of
is.
course, of course you like Grapevine.
Mo, Grapevine, the students at Grapevine High School organized a walkout this morning. This actually is on CBS news.com/DFW. Says that they organized a walkout and a protest against policies recently passed by the district that they said discriminate against transgender people and limits discussion of race. According to a flyer distributed ahead of time, the walkout was scheduled to take place from 11:50 until 4 o'clock in front of the school. Students were encouraged to spread the word, carry posters, bring water, and remain peaceful. All right, that's a picture of them cheering up there, Mo. They have the rainbow flag out there. They have trans colors out there. It's just a lot of ethnicities and it's different colors and stuff like that out there. Says organizers wrote that there will absolutely be no violence, property damage, or verbal assault, and encourage students to remain calm, even if their counter protesters were present. Earlier this week, the Grapevine Colleyville ISD released new policies that prohibit teachers from discussing sexual orientation and gender identity, encouraging the use of pronouns, and restrict bathroom use based on assigned gender at birth, and creates restricted sections in school libraries for books dealing with LGBTQ plus issues. Mo, that's a lot. So the Grapevine kids. Okay, so Hendrix is at home. Let him get set up. You ready, bro? You good?
Well, let's try this. Let's start. Oh, is my boy there? Yeah, I love him. So let's take
Boom.
it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey, Hendrik.
boys and girls, Hendrix is in the building. What's going
Mo,
on, man? Welcome home.
thank you. Mo, I love you dearly.
Yes,
Uh oh.
but I'm just trying. I what I do?
Do
What?
you know how that
Yes,
the Uber driver, because I had to come from the airport to get back home. Uber
yes,
driver,
yes.
her whole attitude toward me completely changed listening to you because I'm trying to watch the show so I can be abreast of what's going on. And she was like,
Ah!
"Oh, well, you can put it on the audio and you can just Bluetooth and you can stream it." I was like, "Okay, cool," because I couldn't connect mobily. So it's like, okay. I'm like, cool.
Oops. You got a date. You got a
No,
date.
no, no, no. However, her attitude completely changed. Is there anything else? No, I appreciate it. We good. Thank you very much. Let me get in here and hop on this show. I need to, hop on the show. Hey, Alicia, sweetie, how you doing? Yeah. Mo trying to pimp me out, y'all, but hell, it's been the same thing for the last 6 years, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Reggie, we just got to reading an article real quick about the walkout in Grapevine High School while you was out of town.
Yeah.
Basically, the walkout was about students and their lack of, well, the actual administrations from the Grapevine Colleyville ISD of the restricting teachers talking about sexual orientation, gender identity, and also they don't have, I guess you can say, gender specific bathrooms for transgender students. And so, also limiting the conversation. Of course, we've been talking about that because y'all know that the Texas Senate passed that law earlier this year about what they can and can't say in Black history. You do
Yeah.
know that in the state of Florida, it is illegal for a teacher to use the term gay in their schools now, statewide. So, I'm not just talking about the LGBT people because, LGBTQ plus people are black. We do have some black people, that are our color, and so just for speaking as a person who was born this way, look good this way, you know, I don't understand, y'all. What we gonna do? I was looking at Stacey Abrams the other day. She is such an inspiration to me. The way that she has turned around the political system in the state of Georgia. In Texas, we need somebody like that that's going to help us, help our black people understand that we under attack, not just every race specific thing, but you're talking about taking the rights of the way that students learn.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's starting out with sexual orientation.
Hmm.
Best believe they're gonna try and whitewash slavery next. There is a pattern here, and if you don't see it, you're part of the matrix and you stuck in. I'm sorry if you don't see the pattern. You always start with small little wins. This is why they blocked Obama from being able to appoint a Supreme Court justice and said, "Oh wait, it's in his final year of his term, so he shouldn't be able to do it." Then Trump, stacked the Supreme Court,
You sure
but
did.
they didn't take the rules into consideration that they said for Obama when it came to Trump. And again, I'm not a Democrat or Republican, but I want you to follow the fucking money, right? So honestly, it's a bunch of nonsense. My personal feelings towards the kids walking out, they needed to do it. Some of these parents and people think, oh, it was so long ago, slavery and racism in it. No, this stuff was going on as hell, it's still going on today, but it was more prevalent in the 50s and 60s. Some of these parents and grandparents, they were alive and they were kids when this was going on. They're trying to whitewash the history because they know some of their family members were heavily involved, and there's pictures of them that are currently available.
Hmm.
Them same pictures you might see up on the mantle when y'all having Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner, or you putting, strange shit in potato salad that don't go there like raisins and apples.
Right. Exactly. And,
Mo,
and I applaud the Grapevine High School for this. They said we're gonna keep it peaceful. We're not going to make any kind of ruckus. We're not drawing noise. We're drawing attention without drawing attention. And that's the way that it was supposed to be. That's actually using silence to your advantage. We're refusing to go into this school, and we're going to peacefully protest. And even if there are those who disagree, that's fine. We're going to stand there peacefully. That has gotten us a long way. And I applaud the students that participated in the peaceful protest, to want to see a change in their school district for their children and their
mm-hmm.
children's children, because they want to make a change. Even though we think that young people don't really have no sense, but see, even us growing up, Reggie, there were different things that we had to do. You remember, what did we do? We boycotted a couple of things at the school. You
Yeah.
know, it was Mo. I think one time we boycotted some shit in the cafeteria. I think it was something like that we did, and nobody refused to order none of that particular kind of food or what it was, because we wanted it gone out of our school, because it was making people sick. It was nasty. It was disgusting. Like, well, why we keep having this same old food? We don't want this. No, we don't want it anymore.
And
It's
here's the other thing, Q. People miss the silent protest. They miss when people are trying to do it peacefully. Notice
yeah,
something. Notice something. What gets people's attention is violence. Then they say, "Oh, you doing this, you doing that," but then they won't put that same shine that same light on themselves and the people that they roll with, right? Because I mean, I'd rather have a peaceful protest than people walking around at dark with tiki torches.
yeah. Reggie, you on a you delayed.
I'm
Like, I
delayed.
hear your voice, but then your movements come right behind you.
I will leave and come back in.
I was like, leave and come back in. Mo, I want to hear your take real quick. Let's go on a quick break, and when we come right back, we're gonna go to the next story and talk about Greg Abbott roly poly ass one more time. But I'm not supposed to say that about the governor of Texas. Am I supposed to say stuff like that about the governor? I'm not supposed to say nothing about that.
You, you're not.
All right, whatever. I ain't had a logo up
'Cause
today.
you don't want nobody to call you blackity black.
I would love it. I would love it because see, me being black ain't no disability.
I don't want nobody. Want nobody I don't want nobody calling me Chunky Monkey. So now you can't. Yeah.
Wait a minute. All I heard was Chunky Monkey. What?
No, I was just asking Mo, was it bad for me? Because I said next, we're gonna come back real quick here, get Mo's taken, then talk about Greg Abbott's ass again. So let me tell you something. See, that's why I say we need somebody like Stacey Abrams or somebody that did shake some shit up in these black folks because it's more us than they think. And we need to get out there and we need to do something because this Greg Abbott, I'm trying to tell y'all, he fucked up. I'm serious. But we're going on break. We'll be right back. Y'all hold your horses. Right back.
Seas parte de mi amanecer. ¿Qué será? ¿Qué será de mí? Por todo yo brindo, desde lo feo hasta lo lindo. Tú eres una prueba que el mundo a mí nunca me brindó. Quería casarme, yo tan loco en ilusionarme, creyendo en tus besos y tus caricias. La verdad no fue el culpable. Ay, todo tiene un propósito y dejarme será solo uno más. Siempre amé.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Thank you so much for watching. We sure appreciate you. Yes, that is correct. After Dark, we will be returning in October. Can't wait. Myself and Miss Arbor, not Barbara, is gonna be jumping back on the wire. I don't know exactly what our schedule is gonna be at this point, but we want to turn After Dark up a little bit, and so that means we're gonna actually start doing some more things in person, her and myself. And I'm gonna see if I can drag Mo along with us when we go over there to the sex store and do a show over there at the sex store. So yeah. Oh, Reggie, you'll come, Reggie.
No, no, no. But what I wanted to say was to everybody that was looking for me to do the show Wednesday night. I
I'll be right back, y'all.
apologize.
Y'all go ahead. All right.
I apologize for the people that wanted to watch the show. Got a great show lined up, but sometimes your real life, um, it gets real. Um, and so when you looking at things, you got to make calls sometimes. And I could not, I was not able to make it because previous commitments went over. And honestly, you don't pay my bills. I love y'all, but you don't pay the bills. What you been up to, Mo?
What have I not been up to? So I was minding my own business and the Lord let it rain. Well, now my grass is too high and I got ants everywhere. So I was
Mm.
gonna put some kerosene down the hole, but I said I ain't gonna do that. So now we're dealing with ants, and I can't complain because now the grass is so green, it's beautiful.
You know what,
So,
Mo? Sprinkle
I,
a little rice down there. A little rice.
okay,
All right.
Yeah.
okay.
Rice is
So
the easy
cause
way because it's dry, they get it, but rice swells up over time. And then it's a natural way to get rid of them because honestly, they'll swell up and they'll pop and they'll feed it to the queen. She pops, colony's gone.
Yeah.
Easy, nice,
okay,
central,
thank.
simple, natural way to get rid of ants. Use a little bit of rice. Preferably do it right before it rains, but you could do it after it rains too, but preferably right before it rains. Because then they
Hmm.
they really just bloop, bloop, bloop. They blow up and then, they kill themselves because they eat it.
They're eating the rice,
Oh,
and it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
continue to expand.
okay,
And the colony is already wet, and so all the rice is gonna do is just keep popping.
Mm-hmm.
okay. Because I got ants, and I drove over an ant pile because it was real close to the driveway. Woo! I
Ooh,
had to spray my whole car.
ooh,
Yeah.
Mo. Yeah, and
But I,
then especially, and you know how ant colonies are. The pile is just the tip of the iceberg. It's what's
Mm-hmm.
underground,
oh
underneath. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that mud. That fire ants.
I don't know. They dead. Some of them are dead, but it was so bad. I dreamed about ants. Like,
Let me tell you,
oh
that's the thing
gosh,
about about being from from here especially, Mo. Bridget, you remember we used to have that oak tree back over by the was it by the gym, or that the one that was across the parking lot that used to come over. That oak tree used to
Yeah.
be full of those big old ants, Mo, and those fire ants were so damn big. I'm telling you, and those ants would get into the school. Those ants will get into the school. We will have big old ant piles, and they finally figure out that it was the neighbors, whatever that was behind the school. It was their tree, and it had a big old ant pile as big as the tree back there that was coming into the school. And the school was how many feet away? Maybe 3, 4, 500 feet.
Yeah, it was a good distance away.
Ants travel when there's no movement. And they travel long and fast. Yeah, so yeah, we used
okay,
to have ants everywhere. It was a mess. All right,
okay.
let's
I'll,
let's talk about let's talk
I'll
about
try
Greg.
it.
Let's talk about Greg Abbott real quick, Mo, real quick, and then after we talk about Greg Abbott, Hendrix, did you want to do your letter on the show? Now,
We can, we can. I wasn't sure because I specifically wanted to apologize, and I apologize to everybody for the show. But hey, that you know, you
cause
got to
I'm
get your
interested
money.
in what you got to, cause I want to know me and you on the same page. Mo, did you read the letter? Did you read it?
I read the letter.
I want to know if we all on the same page. Okay, so let's talk about Greg Abbott real quick, and then we're gonna talk about this letter. So y'all, let me
Okay.
tell y'all what y'all governor did, cause I didn't vote for him. I didn't vote for him. Why is this thing doing that? All right, here we go. So your boy Greg Abbott went over there to the restaurant. All right, he went over there to the restaurant.
Okay,
And when he got to the restaurant, the waitress at the restaurant claims that he refused to leave them a tip. All right. So check this out. According, this is Newsweek.com. What happens is that Greg Abbott has rebuked allegations made in a viral online post that he did not tape a staff at the Rainforest Cafe, saying that he has never even visited the restaurant. A post uploaded to Reddit late on Saturday said the Republican governor in a party of 20 did not tip two servers at the restaurant in Grapevine, Texas. The post included a comment taken from Twitter, and it was captioned, "Servers should be honored to serve Greg Abbott, right? Or Governor Abbott, right?" In Texas, the minimum cash wage for a tipped wage is $2.13, while the basic combined cash and tip minimum wage rate are at $7.25 an hour. Restaurant servers often depend on tips from customers to supplement the low wages to meet ends meet. So y'all, Greg Abbott went to the restaurant over there at the Rock Forest Cafe in Grapevine. I know the Rock Forest Cafe. It is a nice place to go, and it is not cheap. Okay, when you go over there to the Rainforest Cafe, you gotta make reservations now. I think, and so for you to go take 20 people, I know your tab was high. Take 20 people, and the the minimum wage for a tipped waitress is $2.13 an hour. Minimum wage at a whole $7.25 an hour in this state where you have to make $50,000 a year to afford a one bedroom apartment at $1,700 a month. So what y'all think about y'all governor? Y'all, it's an election in November. What y'all think about him, Mo? That's your friend. You always taking. You said I couldn't say nothing bad about his ass. You said that can't nobody, take a wheelchair and push his ass into an oncoming slot of traffic. Oh well, I guess Mo she'll be back when she get her shit together. I'm just trying to figure out why I can't talk about him. Greg Abbott is a horrible person. He's just not a good
He
person.
he's he's a horrible person, but there's holes in his story.
What you got? Help me out.
Because again, I'm not one to take anybody's side. Now I don't like Greg Abbott. No, you know, there ain't no love lost there. However, I will say this. What reputable restaurant do you go to that if the group, if you make reservations and your party is over 8, gratuity is normally
Included.
automatically added in. So this story seems a little fishy. However, let's just say it didn't happen, right? Let's just say Rainforest Cafe, they don't do this. Okay, fine. Um, if Greg Abbott is refuting the fact that he did not attend this restaurant, pull the receipts.
So you gotta do.
Pull the receipts. Show copy the receipt.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Because if it was not him, it was somebody he was with, or it'll come up as a charge for the state, the Texas government account charge, because they have Amex, I believe. So it'll have who's ever named the card was issued in, the date and time, and the last 4 digits of the card number. Put the receipt up. Again, I
Hmm.
don't know, not enough information. Sounds a little fishy because, again, usually when you go to a restaurant and the party is over 8, they do automatic gratuity included in.
Yep.
They do, and it's usually at 20%, which is a damn good tip, right?
Yeah.
So I can see both sides of the story, but then again, they say he's saying he ain't ever went there. I say pull the receipt, pull the video camera footage, because I know
That's
they
all you
got
gotta do.
CCTV.
Oh yeah. That's all you gotta do. We appreciate all our listeners out there. Thank you so much for listening to us. I was looking at our numbers the other day, and actually this morning, and our season premiere got like over 500 listeners, and then like my son is a holy hoe is like at 300 listeners. Wow. Like
Yeah, yeah,
that's,
yeah, and that's
I'm
just now.
tripping.
Which avenue did you look at it on, Q?
I was looking at it on Anchor.
Oh, okay, on Anchor. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at it on Anchor. I listen to it on Spotify. But make
Mhm,
sure you guys continue to listen, continue to share our link. We drop the link every week. I think we need to start dropping it on YouTube as well. So though our YouTube listeners, you guys have access to it. And then we're gonna go on there because it's telling us that we gotta do a new voiceover now. And so we
mhm.
gotta go in there and redo it. So and I gotta try to adjust the videos so it's more user friendly while I'm using my voice or whatever, trying to update it that way before the show comes on and stuff like that. So
Okay,
we're gonna
yeah.
we're gonna enhance it for y'all a little bit, so it'll be a little bit more listener friendly for you.
So you won't try to sound sexy? You know that voice, that Barry White that voice. You try to sound like Barry White.
All
I don't
right,
do that.
so
Look, I got a high pitched, squeaky voice for a man. I really don't give a damn what your bank account look like.
that's right. And I can't help it. My voice sounds sexy.
Ooh,
What it
sex,
is.
ooh, it don't sound sexy. Your voice sounds sexy like my voice sounds sexy, and we know my voice does not sound sexy.
So, Hendrix, go ahead and pull your letter up, brother. Go
I
ahead and do
got it
that.
up, man. I got it
All
up.
right.
That's what I
So,
just did.
So let's go ahead and jump into it now. I was actually I sent y'all a personality test and I was gonna ask y'all some questions to see if y'all was toxic or not. But I think I'll save that for later.
You
So
already toxic. Go ahead.
I
uh,
just want to say I'm not entering my credit card information for nothing.
Hello.
what you
That's
talking
what it
about?
wanted me to do. It wanted me to enter credit card information.
No, it did not for me. It's just
That's what
as
it
soon
did
as
for
you,
me.
as soon as you pull the link up, just answer the questions and
It
click
didn't do
and
that to
click.
me. No, it didn't do that to me. It took me to an IQ test.
No, it's supposed to be a personality test, like a traits test. And it's
No,
supposed
it
to tell
took me
you
to an
which
IQ
bird
test.
you were. It's supposed to tell you what bird you were.
No, Q. That's not what the link did. It took me to an IQ test.
First of all,
Screenshot and send it to me and
All
show what
right.
you're talking about.
ain't
I
nobody
will.
Okay.
out toxic. Y'all
One
50
more. Well,
Oh,
Mo, we know, Mo, we know, you not toxic, Mo. You perfect because you the one run over ant beds in your fucking driveway, which could tell me, that you putting up on your goddamn grass before you hit the driveway. Reggie, ain't that what they're saying? Now
I wasn't
now.
gonna say nothing.
I
I
mean,
wasn't gonna say nothing.
I
I
mean,
wasn't gonna look, Q, but hold on now. Look, y'all know I read in between the lines a lot of the times. I wasn't gonna leave. I wasn't gonna call her out, even though she had the Uber driver looking at me with googly eyes. I'm just trying to get home. You got the good. See, well, is there anything else I can do for you? No, I'm good. Are you sure? I mean, anything? No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Anyway, to this letter.
my girl is lazy as fuck.
what?
All right. So MTG crew, this letter is for Hendrix. Man, listen. And that's what he actually typed. Man, listen. My name is Caesar, and I'm sending this email from St. Louis, Missouri. My girlfriend of 2 years is so fucking lazy. Her name is Olivia, and she has no drive whatsoever. When we met, she was an interior designer and her business was booming. I work in pharmaceutical sales. I work my ass off. I'm 46. She's 42. We're both grown. Her business took a dive when her business partner took most of her clientele when she didn't renew her contract. Since I have been taking care of her bills, hair, nails, etc., she refuses to market her business and try for new clients. She pouts around blaming her business partner, and while I'm encouraging her to do her best, to do her best, and we can make it through this rough time. Let's see here. I know I'm her man, and I can cover her expenses, but I look for a wife who has her own shit, not a girlfriend. I even gave her 10 people I knew who needed her services, and she turned them down. I even walked up on her telling her mom that her man got her and she don't need to work. That's some BS, man. I've been taking care of her for 8 months now, and I'm done with this BS. Am I wrong for wanting to break up with her and send her ass to her parents' house for help? The fellas, okay, sorry, I gotta fix the verbiage because it's not grammatically correct. The fellas say wait on her, but bro, I can't deal with no lazy ass woman. What should I do? Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, my opinion. My opinion. You said you wanted a wife. Now, if you're gonna go there, brother, you gotta understand some things. It's your job to provide. Now, how you and her do that, that's completely up to you. But you're supposed to be the man in the house. Here's the other problem. You're playing house instead of being married. If she not married to you, why she all up in your space and you living together? Now I can understand if it was, hey, your lease is up, my lease is up, let's move in together, let's buy something. Okay, however you got to this situation, y'all living together, which means you need to be handling your shit. Now, if that means you need to put our ass on allowance, put on allowance. Tell us, hey, look, you got $200 a week, make it work. But at the same time, you didn't provide some pertinent information because you're saying she's lazy.
I would say, what did he leave out?
He left out who does the washing, cooking, and cleaning. He left that out, right? So he didn't make no mention of it. So Caesar, I need to understand. And again, y'all send us these letters. I'm gonna break them down, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Honestly, bro, I don't think you looking for a wife. Don't sound like it. Because if you were looking for a wife, and this is an issue that you have, not only would you have been man enough to speak it to her, but you would have also let it be known that, hey, it's great, but we need to figure out how we're gonna pay these bills. If I'm responsible, cool, fine. I understand you work in pharmaceutical sales. I know how your money flow. I got a bunch of friends that work in pharmaceutical sales. And they do. They work their ass off. They traveling all the time. I get that, bro. But you playing house without having all your credentials in place. That's all I'm gonna say. So get your credentials in place, then you have something to complain about. You can put her out, and that's fine, but you allowed this to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You allowed it. So that's what I gotta say about that.
Mo?
So it's all about the money with him because he's missing. That's it. It ain't because she's not having sex. It ain't because she's cute. It's not because she gained weight. It's not because the house is nasty. It ain't because she ain't. It's about the money. So what he got to do is go and find somebody else because he needs someone to supplement his income. So he's not covering too many of the bills. Because if you covering my bills, then that's cool. Then you shouldn't have a problem. But I think the biggest part he's not understanding is that girl is depressed. She put her whole heart in something. And then business, someone she trusted, she believed in, a business partner, took her clientele. That girl is depressed. So 8 months is nothing. And the reason she don't want to take on new clients is because she done lost her confidence.
And see, and that's the thing, Mo, we got to be careful about as guys. See, we always concentrate on, well, I did this for you, I'm doing this for you, I'm doing that for you, when you're not looking at the repercussion of what she's not saying to you. We don't have tunnel vision to the point. I mean, we have too much tunnel vision to the point where we don't look outside of what she's not. We don't look at what she's not doing. We can't see what she's feeling, and it's not showing if her excitement is not there anymore. If she just like you said, confidence in a whole lot of different things and areas like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
Mo, and I wasn't gonna go on her end because he wrote the letter. He asked for help. From a male perspective, I'm providing the male perspective. So I appreciate the reciprocal from a female perspective because I didn't even take that into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
In my head, it was just like you living with this woman. Your job as a man is to take care of her. And part of taking care of someone is not just money. If you don't want to pay all the bills, you need to get with you a woman that is okay with that.
You know what else, Reggie? Something that I think I heard in the letter. Didn't she
Mm-hmm.
say something about? Well, he said that he went up on her, talking to her parents and say
Mm-hmm.
something about that. My man got me. I don't have to work right now. See, as an immature guy will listen to that and be like, "What you trying to get me for my money?" No, she is standing up against her parents on
For you.
your behalf.
Yep. Yep. And that's exactly what she's doing. She's standing up
Mhm.
to her parents because her parents are probably saying, well, baby, you can move back in and you don't need to depend on that man. You have to look at it. No, my man got me. I'm good. Which, I mean, she is, but you shouldn't take that as a slight, like she's just using you for your money, dude. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if the woman wants to use you for your money, she wouldn't be walking around the house depressed. She wouldn't be
Right.
laying around that house depressed. She would be out in the streets doing some shit. But she at home. You not worried about where she is. Now, again, this is what I'm saying. Is she keeping the house clean? Is she cooking? In my head, those are the minimum because it's gonna take her a while to work through some things, right? But the best way, and again, for somebody that deals with depression, the best way to get yourself out of depression is to keep a standard routine. You cook, you clean, you wash clothes, you do little bitty tasks, and it may not be a lot, but what it helps you do is to keep a routine so you don't get into such of a dark place. It's hard to come out. Because
Mhm.
I've never heard you say that she has stopped paying attention to your needs. Because if she was
Mhm.
draining you and she was really using you, bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, you wouldn't be getting none of that nookie.
And fellas, do me a
And he
favor.
would be complaining about it in that letter, right or wrong.
And just because you're right, Reggie, and just because you pay for her hair, you pay for her nails, You pay for this, you pay for that. That don't make you her, her provider. Because quite frankly, you know how women do, Reggie. Some women, if they smart, if they old, especially if they raised by somebody like Mo, you got a stash somewhere. So my
I wasn't
thing
gonna go
is,
there, Q. I wasn't gonna go
I'm
there.
I'm just saying, I heard my mama tell my sisters all the time. Don't you never ever get yourself in a position where a man can always grab you by the tits and tell you which way to go, and you don't have your own backup plan. I hear her tell them all the time. Made me think, okay, well, I need to have me something to sit upside somewhere. Just in case I meet somebody and then I run on a hard time, just to kind of make sure that she can kind of be all right. I got something to kind of hold me back a little bit,
Yep.
because you don't want to ever be in a position where it's like, well, yeah, I do this and I do that and I do this. Just like Hendry said, is she washing? Is she cooking? Is she cleaning? But look at it, if she was and she stopped. Look at it from that perspective as well. The things that she loved to do, interior design or decoration or whatever it was, that shit is hard to have to match the right colors or get the right thing. I mean, Mo running over ant beds. What if she need a landscaper? I bet
Hmm.
it's tie tracks all in Mo front yard.
Look
Rod
here.
gonna have to get a landscaper for her.
Look, if y'all want to know definition of a good husband, I know he ain't perfect, but Rod, I
Yeah,
tell him all the time, I tip my hat to that man. I tip my hat to that man because he has to put up with Mo day in and day
and they
out.
out.
God damn it, that if that is not a man, I don't know what is, because I don't know what happened behind closed doors. I don't even know. All I need to know is he deal with Mo ass every single day. I only deal with her for about maybe 2-3 hours after day and shit. I mean, out of a week, 2-3 hours out of a week max.
And
And I be like, shit, like he
he's
do this every day.
he is so
Damn.
support. He is so supportive. I mean, in anything I do, everyone's like, "Who is that?" I was like, "He shows up. That's my husband. Wherever we go, we went to somewhere in Arlington. I had to speak. He was there. I thought he was gonna be taking pictures, but he was playing Words with Friends. But that's okay. And
He was
then
there though.
he was there. He was there. He's always driving. So he is a good man. They don't make them like that no more.
I'm gonna tell you right now. So Caesar, I'm gonna tell you this, bro. Look here, you got a choice to make
Yeah.
Yeah,
because honestly, you wrote this letter venting to us, well, venting to me, right? So you were venting to the crew and me. But bruh, the conversation needs to be had with your woman. You in
yeah.
pharmaceutical sales. I can tell you one thing that I know for sure. Whatever company you work for, I know your insurance bomb as hell.
Mm-hmm.
EAP. That's my suggestion.
Yeah.
It covers you and your spouse. And if you get the right doctor, they'll work with you.
Mm-hmm.
But what you need to do is have this conversation with your woman because you can get caught up in materialistic stuff and you won't see two things. You won't see what she needs because you're so focused on yourself, which means you're selfish and you're really not looking for a wife. The other part is that if you don't understand each other's love language, I'm gonna tell you right now, if she's down and she's not leaving the house, but she still wants to get her nails and her toes and her hair done, bruh, she wants you to take her out on town.
Mm-hmm.
It's that easy. It's not she's doing it to floss for nobody. She's doing it for you. Because again, if she wasn't cooking, cleaning, having sex with you, that would have been in the letter too.
Yeah.
For
Hey,
sure. You would have brought that up.
hey, y'all.
And
Let's
so
see. We on me and cut you off, Reggie. We got a couple of seconds left, real quick. Let's go ahead and get our closing remarks real quick, and then we're gonna go ahead and end the show. Mo,
Life
what
is
you got?
life is good. Live it.
Life is good. Live it. Reggie, what you got?
all right. So this is one of my random thoughts. 971. Okay. You can't be ride or die for people that won't think twice about running your ass over.
I 100% agree with that. Listen, everybody, thanks so much for watching the show. You know where to find us and all that good shit. Make sure you tune in on next Saturday morning with us at 9:30 in the morning, and we'll be back to you. I think next week. I think y'all be back on your own weeks. We're gonna see.
Yeah, we'll be back on schedule next week.
We'll be
Yeah,
back on
we on
schedule next week.
yeah.
So we'll catch y'all next week or whatever the case it is, and we see y'all in a little bit. Have a good day. Enjoy that weather. Peace.
We
Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me find it. Mo just always hangs up, bro. Let me go ahead and get it done. I can't. Okay, why is it not letting me do it? Oh, there it is. See y'all
all
in a
right.
minute.
Peace.